Hola, bienvenidos amigos. Hello and welcome friends. Steve here, Street Smart Travel, coming at you from the farm in Pasto, Colombia, where I started my trip here 3 months ago, almost 3 months ago, and I'm finishing off before heading reluctantly back to Ecuador. It's been an amazing 3 months here in Colombia. I've had some amazing experiences, got to meet some great people, and I definitely have plans to come back. This video is going to cover two things. One, the February monthly travel budget. This was the most expensive month that I've had, second most expensive month since January of 2025. And I'll explain why that was. And part two, at the end of this video, I will provide some eye candy because nobody likes the numbers. I do the numbers just to show you the transparency. This is how little it costs to travel. But I do like to throw in some eye candy at the end of the video. This one will be about the archaeological park in San Agustín, Colombia, which was really impressive. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I love ruins, so I figured, okay, I'm in San Agustín, let's take the time and make the time to go and check this place out, and I was well impressed. As someone who's been to Machu Picchu and Angkor Wat and Tikal and Palenque, and all kinds of other ruins all over the world, this was a very impressive site. First, the part that nobody likes, the numbers. So for February 2026, I spent a little over $323 US on the month, which again, second most expensive month I've had since January of 2025. In Canadian dollars, that's a little under 445 Canadian dollars. On the daily, that's a little under $10.80 US, or a little under $14.85 Canadian. Again, an expensive month relative to how much money I usually spend, and the reason for that was because I was moving around a lot. So I started February in San Agustín. I was there for a week. I had 3 nights in a hotel, plus the visit to the archaeological park, which was one of the biggest expenses I had all month, and well worth it. Then I went for a week to the next city over, Pitalito. I stayed on a farm there, which was awesome. Had a great time, and then it was an 11-hour bus ride to head up north to a region called Armenia. And I spent a week at a yoga and meditation retreat center, mostly alone, which was phenomenal. Had a great time, and also got to check out Finlandia and Salento, two colonial towns, very popular tourist destinations. And from there, it was another 7 or 8 hour trip to come back south to go to a farm / hostel in a place called Popayán, also known as the White City. So there was a lot of bus travel. There were multiple nights in hotels, and of course restaurants and other things that go along with that, and a few unusual expenditures. One was the archaeological park, because I couldn't pass that up. 2 was I renewed my workaway membership. I volunteer down here in South America, which is why it costs so little to travel, because room and board is covered in exchange for working 4 or 5 hours a day. And almost a year to the day, my MacBook Air charger ate it. It's unbelievable, I swear. I buy these things and they have it engineered so it'll last exactly 12 months, and then, oh, sorry, it doesn't work anymore. I just happened to be in a place where I could find a charger that would work, which was another $41 US, and the workaway renewal for another year for my 4th year, that was $41. The entrance to the archaeological park was $20, $22, something like that. So there's $100 right there of expenses that I don't usually have in a month. Having said all that, very much worth the expenditure. I had a phenomenal February. Got to see a lot of great things, experienced 4 very different volunteer gigs in 4 very different parts of the country. Got to check out some of the touristy bits. The archaeological park in San Agustín had come really highly recommended. I looked at the website and I looked at some videos on YouTube about the site, and there's some really good ones on there that are really professional and go into a lot of detail. I'm just going to give you a little slideshow of some pictures that I took from there, maybe a video if I can find one. I was trying to not take a lot of pictures, and I ended up taking almost 200. I am a sucker for ruins. I've been to Palenque and a lot of other sites actually. Tulum, Chichen Itza, a bunch of different ones in Mexico, to Bagan in Myanmar, or Burma as you prefer. Also in Cambodia, Angkor Wat, Machu Picchu in Peru, a bunch of ruins in Belize, all through Central and South America and Southeast Asia for the most part. And I will say, I didn't really have any expectations for the archaeological park, but I was really impressed. This is probably the most professional and well laid out site that I've ever been to. So let's get into the slideshow. I'll show you some of what I saw there that day to give you a taste. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for stopping by. Happy trails. See you out on the road. Welcome to the park. So the one shot that I didn't get before the museum and all of these other shots here is the entrance sign that showed the fee to enter the park. On the website it was 65,000 pesos, and on the sign, I'm assuming it said the same, so instead of updating the sign, somebody in marker on a piece of paper wrote 75,000, and they just taped that over the old admission fee. Pretty hilarious. I really wish I would have got that shot. But as you can see, there's some burial sites, a lot of these statues in various states of disrepair. Who's this guy? And everything was really well labeled. There were all kinds of amazing walking paths under the canopy, so there was shade everywhere. This statue coming up, this is a really big part of the park. On the left in this picture, you can see in 1943 you were able to actually touch it, and now you can't get near it. And that has been a big change I've noticed in sites around the world, where when I visited them 15 or 20 years ago, you could actually climb on some of the ruins and the temples, and now everything is totally fenced off. This is Fuente de Lavapatas, and those rocks have various carvings etched into them. You can see how well protected that is in this still. Everything totally first class, very professional. The layout of the park, everything, it just flowed perfectly. And at all of these sites, there were places to sit that were covered in case it was raining or it was sunny or too hot or whatever. You always had a place where you could rest. And again, the walkways. This was a part where you could actually sort of exit the site, and this, for me, was a perfect way to end the video, to show you some of the greenery and natural beauty around the site. A truly amazing day in San Agustin.